The Mk1 MX-5. The Japanese answer to the now more or less non-existent British sports car. There really is many cliches about this car now that someone could write a book, and to be honest they probably already have. And during the course of this video I'm probably going to use several of them as well. And for that I make no apology. Because yes, while people say it's underpowered, and yes, it's supposedly a hairdresser's car, some people think it's not the greatest looking thing in the world and they are susceptible to rust. But none of this matters. Why? Because this one's mine, and I love it.
This example is the 1994 Mk1 Eunos Roadster. Yes, it is a Eunos, this car. But everyone knows it as just an MX-5 or a Miata if you're in America. We all know that already. This one rolled off the production line on the 1st of January 1994. Apparently. Not sure how accurate that actually is, but I like that fact if that's true. First of the year and all that. This one's fitted with the 1.8 litre engine, which gives it some power to move about. Not quite sure exactly how much it's producing anymore because I haven't dynoed it. That would just be embarrassing. And that's also completely pointless. There's so much I love about this car, there really is. I love the way it looks. It's not to everyone's taste, but I love it. I love the way that you can wring the neck out of its so-called gutless 1.8 litre engine, and you just get the feeling that as much as you're thrashing it, the car is saying thank you and enjoying it every bit as much as you are. It's just brilliant. I love the pop-up headlights. I love the fact that the car doesn't have a clock in it. That's a clock, not something else, in case you might have been thinking that. I love the fact that it's low to the ground. I love the noise it makes just when you thrash it and then you do it again and you just go. Oh my god, this car is simply epic. I know there are much faster cars out there in the world, but I don't care. I also love the fact that when you remove two clips on this car, basically you have the most headroom you could ever imagine out of any car ever in the history of the world. It's just brilliant. But above all that, I love the emotional attachment I have to this car. I might have only owned it for just shy of a year, but I love the fact that if I've had a crap day or feeling down, you can just jump in this little car, whip the roof off and go down some of the roads that I've been down a million times before, and it just feels epic every single mile of it. The road just comes alive underneath this car. It's so difficult to explain sometimes, but it's just unbelievable. I love it. I absolutely love it. When you thrash it, there's nothing better. There really isn't. Come on! Yes! There's a f***ing cyclist. Get out the road. Moron. Yeah! Oh, this should be illegal. This is too much fun. Oh. this car. Honestly, this car. Okay. Now this car is clearly a money pit. I mean, it's a project car. It's a car that it's not perfect. There are things wrong with it, and yeah, we will attempt to sort them along the way. I mean, so far in a year of ownership, all I've really done is spent most of my time working on the bodywork, removing a lot of hideous chrome bits that were stuck on with God knows how many different types of glue. It really was nasty. There's a few other bits and pieces I've done, but in order to go over them, I have a list because, well, why wouldn't you? So when I first bought the car, first thing I did, I put new wheels on it, because the originals that came with the car were 17-inch something or other. I have no idea what they were, but they were totally wrong for the car because they had stretched tyres, so they had to go. And now we've got some 15s on, and that literally changes how the car handles on the road without even having to do the shocks or anything like that, which we will do down the line. The headlight covers on the car, they were painted body colour. I've never seen that on an MX-5 before, so I've repainted them, sorted that out. The body itself, like I said, it was covered in lots of trim pieces all the way around. It was hideous. It looked dreadful. The chrome was nothing, however, compared to the hideous UK number plate that had been slapped on the front of the car. It was just nasty. I mean, if you've gone to the trouble of importing a Mk1 Eunos Roadster, it should look like a Mk1 Eunos Roadster. It shouldn't have chrome all the way around it so that it looks like some 1970s MG. It shouldn't have the hideous UK number plate. It should have the import style JDM number plates on it. It shouldn't have 17-inch wheels. It's just wrong. It shouldn't have body coloured bloody pop-up headlights. The owner of the car before me, or before that owner, Jesus, what were you thinking? This car does have many faults. I mean, the day when I went and bought it, I was driving it home, nursing a stuck-on caliper which would have to be fixed the next day. But not only that, after I drove it home, the driver's wing mirror, the glass, fell out literally as soon as I pulled up at my house. Now, some people would think, ha, you've bought a pub. But to be honest, I think the car cared, because if it didn't care, that would have fell out literally after I bought it. It waited till I got home. It wanted me to know when I got there that, yes, I'll keep you safe, but it's going to cost you. And speaking of that, this car's biggest issue by a mile is the interior. Since buying the car, I've obviously done various different things on the exterior. I have messed about a bit on the interior doing some of the easier jobs, but once you start delving a little bit deeper, you discover that there's way more things wrong in here than you originally imagined. And yes, we will have to sort them later on this year. To give you an example, a fortnight ago I removed this hideous carbon weave that was on the dash, and after removing it, I discovered that there's a massive crack right under where the camera is just now, the full width of the dash, so that will need to be repaired. But that's okay, because it's always been the plan that I will do this interior, and that will be something that we do later this year on the channel. Now, while the interior is going to be a priority of something that I want to get done at some point later on this year, there are other things that I want to do to the car. Obviously, we need to put a set of coilovers on it. The car's still on its OG bounds. Can't remember the name now, it's been a long day recording. Have to let me off on that one. I do want to put a turbocharger on it, possibly down the line, maybe not straight away. I mean, that's a debate that we will have on the channel at some point, because I don't know whether I want to turbocharge it or not, because this car scares me enough. sometimes without the idea of doing that, and I worry about ruining it. There is the odd patch of rust, but that's okay. That means this car is authentic. It's definitely an MX-5. That'll have to get repaired. The headlights need to be done at some point as well, because driving this car at night, you'd be as well just strapping a set of torches to the front and hoping for the best. I want to lavish this car with all sorts of stuff, and that's the point. That's why I've got this. It's not a financial investment, God no. If anyone thought it was that, then you'd need your head examining. This is an emotional investment. This is something I want to spend years looking after, years enjoying, and hopefully you can come along for the ride with me. God, that sounded cheesy. I'm sorry. I think we'll just end it there. And if you've made it all the way to the end of this video, thanks for watching, and there'll be more on the way soon.